Welcome, soul family. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I love you guys so much. Yo, I'm trying to find a comfortable position out here. Screw it, y'all. It's gonna be imperfect, Just hit record and start recording, bro. Like, let's go. Take some deep breaths, guys. As you guys can see, I'm in the hot tub time machine, aka manifestation portal. This is one of my rituals, guys, is to do these nice baths with my lemons in here, right? Once in a while. First I rinse off, obviously, the gunk, and then I do the bath. But anyway, so I've got crystals in here, got lemons, I've got my tea, green tea, rooibos tea, so it's an organic bath bomb. Got my candle right here with some dirt in it. It has shells, it has stones, it has crystals, it has money, it has incense. I've got salt right there, over here, as you can see. This was what my tea was in, so I repurpose my tea once it's finished. I use the lemons, the tea, right, in my bath. But anyway, so then we've got the sound bowl. Here's the sound bowl. Pretty cool, hey? So, and then you can just relax, man. You deserve this. Like, I needed this, bro. Like, to cleanse my energy and whatnot. Like, I know there's a theory going around that, let's not get into that. The theory about, like, hey, maybe, maybe showering every day. But I guess, for your skin and hair, apparently, it might be good to, skip a day or something. But anyway, I know some people do it way more. Some people do it before and after work, whatever, right? Whatever works for you. It's definitely a very powerful element to immerse yourself in, right? To sort of cleanse your energy. Just like nature, right? Water is another powerful, you can speak into it. So what you speak into it is the shape it becomes, right? So make sure you're speaking positively into the water, right? So there's been so many experiments done. Well, there's been an experiment done by this Japanese scientist where he would speak to water, right? And if you speak to it positively, it has a symmetric shape, kind of like crystals, right? Crystals on the subatomic level are symmetric in structure. So why are we drawn to symmetric things, right? It's almost like a balance. It's the balance, it's symmetry, right? The positive and negative. It's the perfect symmetry that is required for life to exist. So that's why crystals are so cool. They're not just rocks. They're different from rocks because on the subatomic level, scientifically, it's symmetric, which is kind of cool. Who knows what that means, right? But are you at least open to experimenting with it and trying it out? Rocks, on the other hand, are not always symmetrical. And then, so we've got a bunch of different crystals. Here's tiger's eye, here's opal, all sorts of crystals, guys. I've got aquamarine in here. I've got the ones on my hands, the amethyst, the tourmaline. So this is a nice energy cleanse vortex, that you can create. Create the safe space for yourself, man. Make time for yourself, some self-care. It's the simple things in life, right? Like when 100 years ago, even a king didn't have hot water, for example, running through their taps, right? So life is a game of perspective, guys. You can choose to be miserable, which a lot of people choose to do. There's so many things to be miserable about. Or you can choose to be happy. There's so many things to be happy about as well. Right, I heard Gary Vee say that in a video today. However, anyway, here I am. I thought, it's a pretty intimate moment right now, as you can tell. So I thought, let me just share a bit, let me just share about Manifestation rituals, I was talking about this yesterday, cleansing your energy, right? Having those routines, like workout, for example. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your physical health. It's one of the best investments you could make, right? Because people say they don't have time to work out because they're too busy. That sounds like an excuse. It's the best investment you could make. Health is wealth, guys. Make sure you're feeding your body good food. Look, I'm not perfect. I'll tell you that much. I'm also working towards healthy habits, right? Healthier habits. And yeah, it's a challenge, right? I don't think anyone can be perfect. And we can all judge each other for insecurities and imperfections or like flaws, right? And we all have our different perspectives and opinions on that. But anyway, working out, for example, right? Like, health is the biggest investment you could make. You could have all the money in the world, but if you feel like shit, if you're not taking care of your health, your mood is going to be shit. You're going to have a heart attack. You're going to have a stroke, diabetes, high blood pressure. You're going to be in shambles. Your body's going to hurt, right? So what's the point of your money? If you're sick, you can't make more money, right? So you're sacrificing your health for your job. But if you fall sick, how are you going to make more money? If you take care of your health, you can always make more money. Your body is the wealth. You are the money. You are the wealth, right? That's why you sell your time for money, because you are human resources. You are a resource. Your mind is a resource. Your hands, your legs, your imagination is a resource, right? So yeah, that's something that's pretty important to me. It's part of my morning ritual. At workout, worship, win, baby. That's what I call it. I call it workout, worship. Wake up, okay? Freshen up. Worship, right? Workout, win. So that's how I start my day, right? So I've already hit so many goals of the day, or intermittent fasting, whatever it is, right? I just made a video on that, by the way. So I already hit all these goals just by starting my day off. It's not easy, but you have to do it. Like I have to push myself. Like, it starts off with one push-up, and then you work your way up to 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever, right? So you do what you can, pull-ups, push-ups, whatever, right? But at least do something. Take a walk. Start somewhere, right? One step at a time, guys. That's my mindset, guys. One step at a time, one brick at a time. You know, that's how you build this house. That's how you build the Great Wall of China. You have to do it one step at a time, one brick at a time, one day at a time. With today's society and instant gratification, you know, we can sometimes get caught up in wanting things now. If you're kind of like me, right? I have this sense of urgency where I want to get things done now, as quick as possible. Right? But I also have patience at the same time. I understand things require time. It doesn't matter how many times you yell at the seed. If you plant a seed, it has to take time to grow into the fruit. Like, it takes seasons. It's not an overnight process. So that's why you have to learn to enjoy the process, right? So if you enjoy the process, each day you're winning. You know, you understand, okay, this is my goal I'm getting to. Like, I'm working towards that, but I'm here now, and I'm going to make the most of this now. And I know that what I'm doing now is getting me there too, but it's not even about getting there. It's not about the metrics. It's not about the superficial materialistic stuff, guys. Spiritual wealth trumps that. True abundance trumps that. Like, seriously, y'all. I understand why so many people are obsessed with money, and it has its place in society, but because people think it's going to solve their problems, right? They pedestalize it, they worship it. Because from when they were kids, they feel like, shit, if only I could have enough money, then I could finally break free from this toxic family or toxic relationship. Or then I could finally do what I want to do and speak the truth and live how I want to live. No, stop pedestalizing, stop materializing. Use what you have, use the cards you were dealt, right? To do what you can with it, the best you can. Stop comparing your life to other people, to fake people's lives, to highlight reels, people who are empty behind the mask. They have so much immense stress and pressure on a daily basis. You don't even want that lifestyle. You don't understand what it takes to be a millionaire, to be a billionaire. That's like a couple thousand people out of billions. That's 0.1% of people. right? And why to become a billionaire, right? It's like, why are you aspiring for that in the first place? You know, it's like they almost programmed us. They almost program us by the matrix, the media, movies, music, right? Social media. Like there's bigger powers at play. There's systems in place that are running on this, that rely on this. Like I understand the system. It's useful to an extent. But some people, it's in their interest to keep it going, even if it's toxic for your health, right? To consume addictive substances that are sold, that are legal, for example, or that cause cancer, but it's sold, right? Because money, it's like, hey, you make the choice. It's your choice. You're choosing to eat that. You're choosing to consume that. Yes, addiction is deep, generational trauma, I get it. But I have a healing addiction app, by the way, if you want to check it out. Like I get it. Like trust me, I've been in the trenches, right? And I'm not perfect by any means. Like I feel the heaviness of life. I get it, guys. 11/11, as I said that, like shit feels impossible sometimes. Shit feels heavy, but try and focus on the positives. Try and make it through one more day. Try and find something. Like at the end of the day, you don't have a choice, right? You're in this ride. You're in this roller coaster called life, and that's kind of what makes it fun, is the ups and downs, the fear factor, right? Perhaps what's on the other side? What's the unknown? Maybe it's a mystery. Maybe God is there. Maybe it's all going to be okay, right? I believe that. Look into near-death experiences. That will give you hella hope. Trust me. Like, it's almost undeniable. Science, spirituality. You know, so we all have our challenges in life, guys. Even those with money, they have challenges, they have stresses. Then you can become a target. Then the people around you, you don't know if they're real or not, right? So like there's pros and cons to everything. So you can choose to be a victim. You can choose to stay in that forever and be stuck in that loop and cycle, or you can break it. Break the pattern, do something. Allow yourself to heal it. That's okay. Journal, vent, feel it and heal it. But you know, that's just the way I choose to live, because I know the laws of physics and the laws of the universe. So I understand what is for my best good in the longer term. It benefits me to, you can see the glass however you want, right? You can see it half full, half empty. You can see it however the fuck you want. So it's your choice. But yeah, man, it's a divine mystery. How did we get here? Where are we going? I guess we all get to find out, right? How cool is that? There's always the great unknown. It always feels like there's this insurmountable pressure, but somehow, look, you managed to overcome it, bro. Try and find things beyond money. How can you be self-sufficient? How can you be sovereign? How can you be independent? Create that for yourself. You can. I've put the tools out there. Stop making excuses, bro. Some people are still healing, so maybe it feels good to be in those lower densities, and like sometimes like it feels good like to be depressed and have a pity party. Like you need that. But you have to get over that too. It's part of the seasons of the soul, right? So y'all, that's what I'm doing. That's how I'm living my life, man. Tomorrow's not promised. All those endless fears and worries, they're illusions, bro. Align with the divine will of God. Discipline your thoughts, guys, and actions and words, right? There's going to be ups and downs. I guarantee it. You know, so like, what are you going to do? Are you going to adapt? You know, are you going to go with the flow and adapt? Learn to surf, right? Learn to float. Learn to do a backstroke out here, right? Or are you going to die? We all die. At the end of the day, the king and the pawn go into the same box. So, you know, I was going to end that at 1444. But anyway, right? So that's another powerful tool, is thinking about death, right? It's useful because all illusions, they just fail in comparison to death, right? It makes you remember what's actually important. And it brings peace in knowing that this too shall pass. And this moment is all you have. Because this is also going to be forgotten. And everyone you know is going to be forgotten, no matter how big, how small, how much money they had. It's like a game of chess, right? Have fun while you're here. Have fun while you're dancing, while you're boxing, while you're in the ring, right? And there is no winners or losers, guys. We're all winners in life. That's the thing. It's just an earth school, right? So we all have our different journeys and challenges. It's not a competition by any means, you know. It's all in divine timing, right? So that's also very important, y'all. You know, stop comparing and competing. It's all in your head. It comes down to you. Take back the power. It's up to you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Adios, mi familia de sol. Thank you guys so much for being here. Me encanta tú.